My definition of the good mind, that each day we have thousands of thoughts, and your thoughts guide everything you do and say. So you have a way to be responsible for your actions and voice. So it's a good way to guide your life so that you're being a good person and that your actions affect people in a good way. And likewise, what you say affects the world in a good way.
A lot of what clouds the minds for natives is that disconnect. That disconnect is so deep rooted with the colonization and the boarding schools as a people. Some of the ways that we learned to cope to also cloud our minds, it was the alcohol and the drugs, the quick fix.
You got to understand the monster. You got to understand where it came from, what it looks like, how to identify it, so that you can avoid that in the future for you and your kids. Residential school and all that. This really was genocidal. It was terrible. We're still suffering from it now. We got scars, and those scars will never go away until we die. But our kids, we help them fix it.
Kaburatalago, meaning the government. They work 24/7 to get rid of us. It's going to be a hard work ahead of us to be who we are again. We need to start waking up our people again.
Hamba Jimada,
Hamba Hashka,
Hamba Jimada,
Hamba Hashka,
Weyole,
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 Hamba Jimada,
Hamba Hashka.
So inside of our cultural teachings and our ceremonial practices and the medicines and the herbs and the things that we can take and the gardens that we plant are all energetic medicines. They're all part of helping us to heal and restore and renew and rekindle that fire, that spiritual fire that lives deep inside of ourselves, because we have to really believe in that, and then it works for you. It really does, because that energy is pure and it's vital, vital life force.
The Creator placed our ancestors here, formed them from the soil, and he says, here, you have everything you need to be content and healthy. All you have to do is show your appreciation. So he gave us our Ganohanyuk, our Thanksgiving address, to show our appreciation. And even in your thoughts, you can do that. And Wendy and I, our mother taught us that before we go to bed, we had to say Tenhonyo, give thanks to the Creator. And in the morning again, because we've seen another day, so we give thanks. And that's the kind of discipline that we have to get our minds into. To have a good mind is to have appreciation, and you really care for others.
That strength that comes within us in our DNA is why we're so resilient, why we are still here today, why we're still fighting to learn our language and learn our ways, to learn our teachings again.
We have a lot of power in our own hands to take care of ourselves and our families. You're a powerful human being, able to heal, able to create and to manifest a different future for yourself. When you look inside of yourself and have the courage to do that, you can see beauty and you can connect to that peace, that greater peace and joy that is living inside of ourselves. Being open to learning, being open to change, being open to unlearning is really, really important if we want to get back to the strong-minded, the good-minded, the respectful, the peace and the friendship, that the values that our people held certainly still hold today, but to make them more real and to bring it into our everyday life.
When this wakes up and you connect with your heart, there's a reconnection that's going to start happening. The healing has to happen, and that's when you start empowering yourself and you start motivating yourself. And when you learn this, other people will learn it, so that we can all empower each other together.
So if you're approaching people and that's what you're seeking, is what are they good at, and you wonder what this person's gift is and appreciate it. Then you're not, it's a different feeling, like approaching people.
That's what this whole project is all about, the good minds. It's like, it's so awesome to see when families repair themselves, when the grieving happens.
And that's why it's a good thing what you're doing with this telephone. Even though the virus is here, you're giving them an opportunity to get a peek. And with that peek, maybe they will embrace. And with that embrace, maybe the rebuilding of our nations will happen.
So when I hear an elder say, oh my God, I'll sit there and I'll listen. Because when they say that, there's a old teachings that comes with their voice.
Shy